Good morning. I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here. A quick little reflection. History on what they were just telling you about was a document that was created for the new high school in 1967 known as Smet Jesuit High School. It was the other Jesuit high school. So all those things they talked about were a beginning. It was a thought. It didn't exist yet. So with that, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how things developed and how traditions develop here at Smet. It's a privilege to have the opportunity to speak to you today. And as a graduate of the class of 1971, the first class, it's been 40 years since I roamed this hall. Actually 44, because we entered in 1967. As was told, my name is Dr. Mike Faddis, and as I mentioned, I'm a graduate of the class of 1971, yes, the Alpha class. And I'm here today to be a part of SpartanFest. And yeah, it's a kind of quiet convocation morning, but we're going to change that in a few minutes. We're going to get this group worked up a little bit. I'm here today to be a part of SpartanFest to let you know that there are old Spartans who still care about you and Smet Jesuit High School. I'm here today to give you some perspective on the traditions and the legacy surrounding Smet and SpartanFest. I'm here to reaffirm to you that the Smet tradition is characterized by excellence in academics, service and solidarity with the marginalized or meant for others, and participating in extracurricular activities, having an active and balanced student life. I would like to tell you that in 1967, I was sitting in those bleachers right where you are, having an alumnus speak to me. But unfortunately, that's not true. You see, in 1967, when we entered the school, the gymnasium didn't exist. We couldn't use it. It existed. It had a fire. The first semester of our first year, we only had access to the first floor of the school. We couldn't use the gym. By December, we had access to the gym so we could actually play and have basketball games and do intramurals and do the things that you want to do. Oh, but no, there weren't even any bleachers then. We built bleachers. We went outside, took some of the bleachers that we put together out on the football field, brought them inside and put them together right here only on that side of the gym. There still were no bleachers where you're sitting today when I graduated. We sat on folding chairs. SpartanFest, or homecoming, didn't exist as it does today. Many of the traditions you know at the Smet Jesuit High School were just the beginning. Many were fashioned by that first class. Does anybody here know, and if you've heard me speak, you should know this, what the original school colors were? Who said that? There you go, stand up. What were they?
Green and white.
They were green and white. The original school colors were green and white because when we entered school as freshmen, the administration needed to have some uniforms here for the football team, so we could have practice. They chose green and white. However, after we were all together later in September, the Jesuits and the faculty wanted the students to be a part of the traditions and all the things here and take ownership of it. We had a contest where the class voted on school colors and on a mascot. The student who nominated the winning mascot won a jacket, a letter jacket. As you know, maroon and white are the school colors, and Spartan is our mascot. I was the lucky winner of that jacket, so I named them Spartans. Later this week, you're going to be holding a pep rally. It's homecoming. We have a big football game. And it's a long-standing Spartan tradition when one of your speakers urges you on with "Go Spartans," you'll jump up and stand up and go crazy. So let's try this one time. Now I'm going to try this. So I'm going to say, "Go Spartans!" No, that's not going to get it. All right. When I say this, you're going to jump up and you're going to cheer really loud. Ready? Here we go. Go Spartans! When Teron Neal catches a touchdown in the end zone, what are you going to do? Go Spartans! That's more what I want to hear. Academic excellence, athletic excellence, school carnivals, school rings, musical theater, dances, pep rallies, being a man for others. They've all grown over the years. Yes, much of that started with our class. However, one group can't take credit for creating the growth of all the Smet traditions. Traditions begin as an idea that grow into a movement. It requires mentoring for it to grow. We were very fortunate. We had great mentors in the early years, and several of those mentors are sitting here in the stands today. Father Sidney was a scholastic at the time. He was very involved in our student body. And now he's back as the president of the Smet Jesuit High School. And I'm very proud to call him a friend. Greg Vitello, brand new, young man, out of college, came to this school, and he taught many of us great lessons. I know you all think a coach is just a real loud, jumping up and down kind of guy, but I'm going to tell you something. It's a tough world out there. He's teaching you lessons, and you need to listen. As you age, you'll understand. Right now, it's hard. Denny Cernecka. Denny taught us all kinds of lessons. Denny's had all kinds of trials and tribulations in his own life. He's a strong man. You need to listen to his wisdom. You have current mentors, like Coach Mooney. I've only met Coach Mooney one time. He's creating leaders and injecting you with a winning attitude on a daily basis. Your principal, Dr. Greg Densberger, a member of the Smet Hall of Fame. He's a man to be emulated. He's given 20 years of great leadership to this school. Coach Palper, he's a young man. One of only 4 basketball head coaches in Smet history. And now, you have a young scholastic that you should be soaking up everything you can, Ronnie O'Dwyer. You'll never understand what a blessing it is for you to have a Jesuit scholastic around to continue the Jesuit tradition and to teach you what being a man for others is all about. So traditions grow from previous generations, from mentors, and from one other important component, and that component are the classmates sitting next to you. The gentlemen that were up here that were giving you a speech. You're a major part of the traditions. Without you to carry on the movement, it doesn't exist. The thing we call the Smet is a living thing. It grows daily and feeds off of you and all the faculty and the alumni who have had the honor to be a part of its family. The traditions grow because they are part of you. And now I have a personal challenge for you as the keepers of the flame. I've always had a pet peeve listening to the student body welcoming the athletic teams on the field with the singing of an altered "When the Saints Go Marching In." I don't want to be like another Jesuit high school in this town. They've lived forever copying a university in this town. I challenge you to create a song, your own song, a song that we will all be proud to sing at school functions. A song that will identify as Smet, like the Mizzou Fight song. A song that does for the University of Missouri that you recognize every time you hear it. I challenge you to create a new tradition. And when I say go Spartans, what do? Go Spartans! So when you matriculate from the Smet, do you like that word, matriculate? And move on, you will go in many separate ways. You will move on as a Spartan. Teron Neal at Oklahoma, you will be a Spartan. Understand that. You will all be expected to carry on as men for others. You will all be expected to mentor others when they need it. You must pay it forward, gentlemen, if you expect to live in the De Smet tradition. I'd like to close with a couple of comments and thoughts for you as students and faculty to remember. As a graduate of De Smet, one of the most fun things for me to do every day is to look in the sports section and look at the fine print and hunt down the scores. I don't just look at the football score and the basketball score. I look at the cross-country score, the volleyball score, and the soccer score. My heart gets a little happier every time I see a De Smet victory. I will always be a Spartan. So know this. There are thousands of other guys like me who can't wait to find out how you are doing here at De Smet. We want to know about your service projects. We want to know about your ACT scores. We want to know about your National Merit finalists. We want to know about where students are going to college. We're watching. Our ranks continue to swell each year. When you graduate from college and are in the real world looking for jobs, I want you to know that there are alumni waiting to help you in the De Smet tradition of men for others. And finally, I want to leave you with this last thought. Because you are from St. Louis, when you are out in the community, the inevitable question is going to come up. Where did you go to high school? This is what I want you to do. I want you to pop your chest out, and I want you to tell